1960 Shasta. Got the other, there's the door, so you know it's the door side. Right there, right there. So, got both sides done. You can see I got some clamps on it. Gotta get the glue to stick the best we can. Every little bit helps, I think. So, now that I've got those built, I can get them out of the way because this is a pretty big camper. Not, you know, in the grand scheme of things, no, but compared to what we normally work on, you know, it's a foot or two longer. So I had to get this stuff out of the way because I still have a lot of the interior still in World Headquarters, so that if I need to use it for any kind of reference, I've got it. I want to go back pretty close if I can. So that brings us to this. Pretty flat. Let me show you what I'm going to do. Hey, but before we do that, like, subscribe, ring the bell. Give me a thumbs up for a message. Appreciate it. A couple of things that are just a little bit different, but not really much than what we're used to. Obviously, no drop down. Flat. That kind of makes it a little bit easier to work with. So, you know, we've got make sure that we keep that angle. Oh, that angle. Hey, good camera work, Rob. Hey, thanks. I've been working on it. So you can see we got a little angle right there that we have got to keep in mind as we get to building. And that's a 2x4. We're usually used to 2x2s, so that's a 2x4. All around the outside edge, and I assume underneath is the way it's going to be as well, which means that when we go to pull out our carriage bolts, these are going to be 5-inch carriage bolts, where we usually use 3 or 3.5. So there, had to go buy those special. Got a box of 25. So this, all the way across, 82. 82. And front to back, 12 feet. So they were smart enough to not waste material and made it exactly 12 feet. So that's going to be 3 sheets of 3/4 plywood. It's a little bit different. I'm going back with the 3/4. They put some kind of crazy, I don't know, fiber board or something. I'm sure there's a name for that stuff. It's probably asbestos, and I'm going to have to file a claim or something. I don't know. But anyway, they had that in there, and then they had this 1/2 inch. We're just going to go back with a straight 3/4. That's going to be plenty. 3/4 does the job. This was the only end that came all the way back. So I made my measurement off of there. I assumed it was 144, 12 feet, 144 inches. But look, all back through there, nothing. Nothing. So, this is probably the original linoleum right here. And then over time, somebody put some peel and stick on it. And then they put down some carpet. It was a mess, still a mess. But we're gonna pull this off, and I'm gonna flip it upside down like we always do, inspect the frame, and then we're gonna work on the floor. We'll get this floor built here soon. And I'm just going to keep doing that and keep doing that all around the outside because that's where they're the easiest to get to, like that one is. And there's about, 5 outriggers on the outside here. So that means there's going to be 10 of those that I've got to do that way. But then, as you go across here, let me climb under here for you. You can see right here, right there, there's one, there's one, there's one. So there's 1, 2, 3, there's 4 going across, and I'm only going to get at 2 of them. And the other 2, I'm going to have to do something a little bit different just because of the way they're wedged in there. I don't know that I'm going to be able to use the Sawzall on them. I'm going to try. Might have to do get something a little more heavy duty. I'll let you know what I come up with. The floor is off. It came off pretty easy, really. So there were 20 5-inch 5/6 by 5/16 carriage bolts holding it in. I checked the welds. The welds look good. Need to be cleaned up. Suspension looks good. Look here. It's got brakes. That'll make our customers happy. We'll get Jim over here to help us with that. He's good with those brakes. And I appreciate his help too. So that'll be good. If you go up here a little bit, you can see it's a fairly simple frame. It really is. I was surprised how simple it is in a good way. It should be simple. But what I like to see is they boxed it in. Because right there is your weak spot. That is always your weak spot. But here, they boxed it in all the way to the tongue, and then they came back around this way. And just adding that one piece of metal is going to double the strength. Even though it's one side, it makes a world of difference when you box it in. Of course, we'll put a new 7-pin connector on. We'll get them new chains and a new jack. That jack's okay, but it's not what you want to do. You don't want to be sitting there cranking all day. This seems to be pretty good. We're going to double check it, but I've pulled it twice, and it seems to be good. So I always put this tape right there just because I want to know where to put the front of the floor, just as a reminder. Yeah, look at that. So you can see there was two there. So I told you I'd tell you what I did. I didn't use the Sawzall cutoff wheel. Man, work smarter, not harder. That worked like a charm. Let me set that down. So I'm going to have to run up to the big box store and get me two 12-foot long 2x4s. I've got some 8-footers and some 10-footers in stock, but I don't have any 12-foot. And that's going the whole distance, so we're going to go ahead and get brand new. Well, obviously brand new, but make the trip to get the 12-footers. Make sure we're doing it just like they did from the factory. And that's what it looks like. I think this is going to go very, very fast. This had the step on it. It looks pretty whipped. I'm going to see what I can do for it. Customers like to keep it. We'll see what we can do. We'll see how it goes. But pretty simple framing for the floor, and a simple frame. Wanted to show this to you. I'm going to take a break, go into the house, eat my dinner. I'm going to take this out in the morning. Going to clean it up outside real nice and get some undercoating on it. And then I'll start building this. And man, I really think if I can get Russ down here to give me a little muscle tomorrow, I think we'll install this tomorrow. I don't think it's going to take much at all. All right, that's what we're looking at. I'll try and film it when I'm done because this is simple. You see me make these floors all the time, but if something interesting comes up, I'll take you through it. All right. Appreciate you guys.